we are providing one of the best quality of education in the security industry and the network cabling industry. I can train pretty much anyone. I can pick someone off the street and turn their lives around.
Now, how many students you have, like you educate in 1 month?
Our courses are $2,000 per course.
How can we measure your business? How many employees do you have? If you can share what revenue or maybe how many courses you sell.
So for me to be able to train them properly, I have to have a wide variety of products. When we first started this, one of the toughest aspects was trust. Ever since we started in 2016, I've trained countless number of people that never paid. I would say we have about a 97 to 98 success rate. Of most of the students who came through this, they are all employed. And he brought a cake to say thank you. And you guys have changed my life. You guys have given me a new passion. I've been employed just after 4 weeks of being with you. So
I see a huge potential in your business. Hello, today we are in Delmi Training Institute company with Roland, the owner, the president of this company, and also owner of a few other businesses. On this podcast, we're talking about security businesses. So Roland, hello, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Oleg.
So please, first my question is like, can you introduce your company and explain what does what Delmi Training Institute does?
Well, thank you for having me. Delmi Training Institute is a hands-on technical training institute here in the GTA, and we primarily focus on providing job-ready, career-focused, hands-on technical training in areas of network cabling and electronic security.
So how I understand that like some potential students who maybe like have zero knowledge about security industry, after your courses, after your training, they like become security specialists, right? So can you explain, tell me like what courses, like what topics you cover? For example, it's just video surveillance or it's like everything in security?
So here at Delmi Training Institute, we provide 4 courses here as part of our course module. So one of the first courses we do offer is infrastructure, which is the network cabling specialist.
Okay.
So that covers everything about infrastructure when you talk about or when you think about the cabling infrastructure that every other thing runs on. So the first course that we do offer is network cabling specialist, where we go through pretty much everything about the types of cables, identifying them, terminating them, using the TIA wiring schemes, as well as testing. And the next course is CCTV surveillance. So that's also an independent vertical course on its own. And we have over 14 camera brands that students would learn about. So everything that has to do with CCTV surveillance, we teach that also in here. And we have 2 other courses, Introduction to Electronics and Working with Relays. So this is an integral part of the course because relays would continue to evolve and continue to exist in the security space. So we focus extensively on how students can understand what relays are, what switches are, how to use a digital multimeter, different types of power supplies that are available. And then finally, access control. From weekend wiring to RS-485 OSDP to using NFC readers, Bluetooth readers, contactless readers. So these are some of the courses that we do offer here. And not to also say we do offer some amount of safety training, working at heights, fall arrest, WMIS in here as part of our courses as well.
Honestly, this everything very interesting for me because look, I'm all life spending in security industry, and I'm always hear from different companies, from distribution, from integration companies that we like the biggest problem is to hire technician. So we don't have enough technician. Young people don't want to work in this like field. So how, like, can you explain first who is the ideal student for you? Like, you see, it's like it's a new guys like who want to jump. Maybe they already have some knowledge from other industries and they want to jump to security.
Yeah.
They see potential. Or it's some really very young people who doesn't have like any professional still and they're looking for some opportunities. So yeah, or it's maybe some big corporations which send their like employees to like to make some more educational level.
Well, when it comes to the type of training that we provide here, pretty much I can train anyone. So long as you have an open mind and you're willing to learn, it doesn't matter. You don't need to have experience in the industry. With an open mind and the way our courses are designed, because it's all hands-on, I can train pretty much anyone. I can pick someone off the street and turn their lives around.
So, but for now, how many students you have, like you educate in 1 month, for example?
In 1 month, we educate close to 48.
48
Yes.
in 1 month, students, right? Okay,
and this 48 is them taking all 4 course modules, because the maximum students per intake is 12.
Okay.
And so if they go through all 4 courses,
okay,
then we get 48 students in a month.
And when you analyze their profiles, so you see it's like most of them is like it's new guys in our industry, or it's like some employees of companies, bigger company, big corporations, and they will want like to give you some students, and then they will have more a high level of their knowledge.
About 92% of our intakes are pretty much brand new.
Brand new.
Yes, the remaining 8 organizations that are sending their students in here because they want some refresher, or they want to transition them from probably one field to another. Yeah.
Okay, and after your courses, what they do? They trying to find some job, and maybe do you help them to find the job, or for example, they can run own business, right? Yeah. What do you see?
So we have a lot of students who come in and they are very new. So those students, we guide them to get employment. And we have a very high success rate. Originally, it was a little bit of a struggle, but now we have partners who've partnered with us and who help absorb these talents and get a job. And we have also a section of, or I'll say a fraction of the guys who come in who have been doing this pretty much. We see a lot of electricians come in because they're already in the electrical business.
Some basic knowledge.
For
security.
And they want to incorporate security. So we have a lot of electricians coming here, and they get that low voltage knowledge as well, and they incorporate it into their line of business.
Yeah, because I'm asking, I see a lot of, I think a lot of security installers, they know this when they go into some project and they see, for example, some electrician without knowledge, he tried to do something like intercom installation, for example. He thought it's super easy, but with new technologies, with IP, maybe it's more complicated when you don't have like knowledge and experience, right? So you can make some trouble on the project. And then security installer need to come and
fix it.
That's why I'm asking, like, potentially for electricians, it can be additional profit, additional income when they start to install security products.
It's an additional revenue stream for them because they find it seamless. They're already there doing the work. So taking on the low voltage portion of it just makes business sense, right? If you're in business and instead of having multiple players come in to do pretty much the same thing. So I found a lot of influx of electricians come in to take the course, and it complements the revenue stream that they get in from what they do.
Okay, and now maybe about the cost. How much students pay for these courses? Is it like very expensive, and how you see this?
I don't think there's a price tag on education, right? Education has no price. So our courses are $2,000 per course. It's $19.99. You running off, it's about $2,000. But that is for a course, and it's for a 1 week period.
So for 1 month, it will be $8,000
for 4 courses.
for 4
Yes.
courses. And then you see really the students, he's ready to work in real field, right?
Absolutely, yes.
Yeah, because I think in general, in our industry, most of security installers,
Yeah.
they learned how to install products, how to set up systems already on the project.
Correct.
So they go in with zero knowledge.
Yeah.
Company maybe like hire them, and then like invest their time in them, and they start to learn. Maybe start from some not very good salary, not the best
Yeah.
salary, but then they learn. Salary become higher, and they like learn from their colleagues,
Correct.
right? And your company do something like it's a new way, right? Because I don't think that you have a lot of like competitors in our industry, right?
Correct. So we found, I'm an employer as well. So aside Delmi Training Institute, one of the other businesses that we do own is Delmi Solutions Incorporated, and we are a system integrator, right? So it was based on that module. That is why we founded Delmi Training Institute. And what you said is absolutely right. The traditional way of doing things is, you find a guy, you think it's a good fit, he fits the company profile, and that is what you want. And then you partner him up with probably a senior technician, and gradually, he gets his knowledge. But we all know very well that if the lead hand or the senior technician has got some bad habits, those bad habits get passed on to the technician. And if he cuts corners, the newer one is also going to learn to cut corners, because that's the way it is. And over the last few years that I've been in business, since 2011, I did realize that there is a cost associated to picking someone off the street or picking someone and bringing them into the industry and getting a senior person to train them. There's a lot of rework involved, because they are doing things that they don't understand why it's supposed to be done that way, just because someone told them that this is how you have to do it. So they end up doing it the same way. So we decided to have a different approach, where guys come in here and they learn the right way. Not only do they learn the theory, but we have a very nice blend of theory with hands-on. And what we do in here is 100% hands-on. So we get to bring real life and real world scenarios into the classroom, where the student is able to make all the mistakes that they want to do under the supervision of an instructor, right? And they learn that way.
So he can do mistakes not on a real project.
Yes.
When it's not customer paying for this, right?
Exactly. So this way they become rock stars when they're out in the field. They become the best versions of themselves. Not only that, we've also found out, based on doing this since 2016, we've realized that students who undergo our training, they are very confident, because now he knows that I did it in class and it worked. I tested it, it passed. So translated in the real world, it's going to be the same thing. So they're very confident when they transition on that way.
Okay, so I wanted to ask you about like the history, like about your journey, how you decide to start this business. But now you're saying that at first you founded integration business, right? Yes. And then you realize that, okay, you need to create some educational department maybe, right, to educate your future employees.
Yeah.
And then you decide, okay, but why, like maybe it's better to create some separate business on this.
Yeah.
And if so, now you have 2 businesses, integration and educational.
Correct.
What business is better?
When you ask me, they're both better, right? Because they complement each other. Right. I found value in the training business as I find value in the integration business. So I think they both complement each other. The integration business is what I started with. So founded in 2011, the Delmi Solutions was incorporated as a network cabling and a security, electronic security company. So we did a lot of installs, but at that time, I had just migrated to Canada not too long. Again, same story.
Mm-hmm.
It was very difficult, but we found out that my wife and I, we founded Delmi Solutions together. But we found out that it was very difficult then, as it is now, to get qualified technicians, right? They're always taken.
Yeah, now maybe it's more complicated.
It's a little bit complicated. And so because currently I have over 3 decades of security knowledge, and I have a background in physics. So that was my bachelor's. I studied physics in the university. So translating that into the electronic and network cabling field, I found there's a clear gap in theoretical knowledge and hands-on practice. So some people might have gone to school and learned a few things about electronic security, but how to apply it. They lacked how to apply it. So my days on the field as a technician, I would get new guys and then I would train them about how to do stuff. And some of them were successful to start their own businesses after. Some of them got absorbed by the big corporations. And after doing that for a couple of times, I did not realize it was sustainable, because you invest so much in training somebody, and when it's time for them to help you grow your business, and they're gone, right?
I think it's very, very common. A lot of installers watching our podcast, and I think now it's most of them realize it's their pain too. It's always like this. And again, it's maybe natural, right? Because I see in security installation business, maybe sometimes it's very hard to, it's complicated to grow. When young guy, he has already knowledge, he already confident in what he doing, and he want to grow, but you don't know how to give this opportunity for him. And the biggest opportunity to go to the bigger company or to open own business.
Yeah.
And I think if we will ask every owner of security installation business and ask, okay, how did you start this journey?
Yeah.
So he will say, I worked like technician, and then my boss was not good to me, or maybe I wanted more money. It's different, right?
Yeah.
Reasons, and then he start own business. But I think the main pain here is that, of course, to start business, it's normal. But the thing that I see in modern day, people don't have enough technical knowledge, technical experience.
Yeah.
And then I see that such companies like your company, it must be more in this industry. Because even when I see what Canadian Association in Security is saying, in US, even in Europe, it's the same. We don't have enough technicians. And even with these technicians, sometimes they don't know what to do. They don't have enough knowledge.
Yeah.
And I think this is opportunity for such companies like you.
Right.
It's your business must grow. You need to have very successful business.
Obviously, that is very true what you're saying. The need for technicians, not just technicians, but quality and qualified technicians who are able to deploy systems that are being installed today. There's a very high need for qualified technicians, and you and I know very well that employers are looking for those skill sets now. They're not waiting, and they're not willing to spend that time to train for only that guy to realize that, okay, they've invested so much in him, and as a result, they're gone. So this is one of the problems that was started, and this is the reason why we founded Delmi Training Institute way back in 2016.
Okay, if about business, so how can we measure your business? For example, how many employees do you have? If you can share what revenue or maybe how many courses you sell in 1 month, so we understand and maybe what you see, how your company can grow in the future. Do you see this? Is it possible to grow?
Well, absolutely, it's possible to grow, and this is something that we're looking at. We've been actively evaluating the market, and we've also been looking for strategic ways that we could grow. There's a lot of investment that goes in this because of the type of training that we want to provide, and the type of experience that we do want to provide to each and every one of our students. Bringing the real world into the classroom, it's difficult. right? Because I don't know what each student is going to be working on once they graduate, so some might be working personally, they might have their own small business, and my focus to work on, let's say, ICT products.
Yes.
Some might decide to work on Hikvision products alone. Some might decide to work on Avigilon products alone. And obviously, Avigilon is a closed product. You can't just go buy it. So I have a wide variety of students who are coming in, and I don't understand where they're going to be ended up. So for me to be able to train them properly, I have to have a wide variety of products that they're able to learn. And this way, when they find themselves in a specific area, they're very confident that they've done it in class. So it involves a lot of bringing equipment into the classroom, and there's a cost associated with that. So for us to be able to grow in other provinces, in other jurisdictions, we're looking actively at that. And not only that, we're also looking at an online component. How are we able to provide this training efficiently online?
Mm-hmm. And okay, and if we will come back about question about size of the company. So how many employees you have in the training business?
So in the training business, we have four employees.
4 employees.
That are actively instructing.
Okay, so yes. They like trainers.
So there's three trainers, and there's one that handles all the administrative aspects.
Okay.
Yeah.
And in the integration business?
Integration, we have 4 employees that are actively on the field.
Okay, so it's 4 technicians,
yes,
right?
On the road,
engineers.
yes.
Okay, and can you share some numbers with us about revenue of such businesses? And our viewers will understand how this type of business is really successful. Maybe now a lot of installers will see, okay, I have knowledge, I know how I can teach. I already teach my employees.
Yeah.
So maybe I will go teach and make some money for this.
Well, everyone can teach. I mean, it's not difficult to teach. Anyone can call themselves installers. It's different.
Yeah.
It's the quality of work that you do. That is what matters. The economy is a little bit difficult, so, everybody's trying to squeeze their belt. When it comes to putting out some numbers there, we charge $2,000 per course per week.
Yeah.
And
you said that 48
yes,
students, so it's like $100,000 you can have in 1 month.
Yes.
But when I see your office,
yeah,
I see a lot of equipment, and like you mentioned, you have a lot of investments.
Correct.
So I think you have a lot of expenses in this case. So we understand the revenue is just not profit. And at the same time, this business, of course, support your first business integration. But do you see that separate? If it's just about training business, it is good business for you?
Absolutely. I first and foremost, we're providing a service, right?
Yes.
And anyone who's in the service delivery business, it's first of all has some passion to it. That is why they first of all got in. And we, as an organization, even though we have an installation and an integration business and we have a training, we treat both of them separately, right? And they both complement each other, like I said, and we find value in providing service to our customers, and we are very great at doing that. And we also find a service of providing knowledge to new guys to get into the industry. Okay,
understand. And maybe one question additional, maybe if you don't do this, it's can be advice. But what do you think about service for big corporation to create future employees for them? Because I know, I spoke with few guys in different integration businesses, companies. They're saying, okay, if someone inside of the company bring some technician, maybe his friend or some guy from another company, he knows him. So they will pay for this technician something I don't know, $500, maybe $1,000.
If this guy, bonus.
Referral system.
Bonus.
So in this case, I think if you will give the service to the market and say, guys, you need how many employees you need, how many technicians you need. I can create for you this. So you can take payments from students, but also you can have payments from companies. Do you do this, or it's maybe doesn't work like this?
No, we don't do that. First of all, to start with, we do not charge to place our students. Initially, it was very difficult because when we first started this, one of the toughest aspects was trust. Companies need to be able to trust the quality of education you're instilling in the students that you graduate. So we had to prove consistently that we are doing the right thing. We are providing one of the best quality of education in the security industry and the network cabling industry. Not only theoretical, but a very nice blend of theoretical and practical, and that the employers, potential employers, should trust what we're doing. Trying to get their trust in the beginning was very difficult because why should I take your, but with consistent and track records, proven results, we have seen that a lot of partners are starting to partner with us and rather picking our students over just referrals. Yeah, but we do not charge for placing students. And we are actively looking for partners.
Yeah, so maybe it can be even opportunities for your business, or it's opportunities for like your potential partners, because they can like find their employees for like in your company, like your students.
Absolutely,
right? Yeah. Okay, and you like before we, I want like few words to say that when we met today, first time.
Okay.
So you mentioned that you have few companies more.
Correct.
So can you like explain what does it mean? Is it insecurity or like?
No, so we, my wife and I, between my wife and I, we manage 4 businesses. So we have Delmi Solutions that was founded in 2011. And as I did mention in previous conversations, that we are an integration company, electronic security and network cabling company. And we service the Greater Toronto area, Greater Toronto Hamilton area, and that's what we do. And we founded Delmi Training Institute way back in 2016. And we provide hands-on technical training, skills trade, short, compressed boot camps. And guys come in here, they're done in a week, and they can go back to the field. Aside that, we have a record label, right? So most of the times I get this, oh, security, music. Where's music? I'm very passionate about music. I love music, and I work with music, right? So in 2021, we did incorporate a record label, so Delmi Media and Entertainment, and we have an artist, we have a recording studio, and we try and help young artists who are trying to find their meaning through music. So we record that as well. And the last organization we have is the Shida Foundation. So the Shida Foundation is a registered charity with the Canada Revenue Agency, CRA, and we are towards the advancement of education. Like my wife and I are immigrants. I came in here in 2006. And when I did immigrate, God being so good, we've been very successful, to an extent. We are okay. And we always remember where we came from, and we realize that the struggles at our time growing up is still real for some people. So how can we make it better? So we give back to the community. The Shida Foundation is all about empowering youth through education. So we solicit backpacks, fill them with school supplies, and we donate them to children here in Canada and in Ghana. And I'll take this opportunity to thank one of our biggest donors, BIC, and the Canadian Children's Book Centre. They've been great advocates, and they believe in the mission of the Shida Foundation, and they do help us. Yeah,
it's amazing thing, and I of course like respect this your activity, and also about charity. And is a question: can you use this like a training business, for example, for some young people who are immigrants like you in your past?
Yeah.
Right. So, and you can teach them this, like how to become security specialist. Did you connect this to organizations? Like, did you try to integrate training in with helping people to find job, like from Ghana or in Ghana or here in Canada?
This is something that I'm also very passionate about. It's not all about money to me, right?
Yeah.
The number of students that I've trained without taking a dollar from them, I cannot count.
Really?
Yes, I've provided so many pro bono services, and they know. They're watching me now. I've got guys coming here, they take all 4 courses and they don't pay anything because I hear their stories, and I hear their struggles. And if I'm if I have a class and the class is not full, right, I'm able to slot them in because it doesn't take away from me. We still have the same amount of instructors in here.
Yes.
And for every class, we have 3 instructors in class. And the instructors rotate, right? So we have the main instructor and we have 2 assistants that helps each and every one because we have 12 students. And we make sure that at all times we have a 4-to-1 student to instructor ratio in the class. So if I have an empty spot, I give it out for free, right? People who come to me and I train them for free because there's nothing for me to lose. I find passion and I find joy in making sure that I can see that someone can feed their family. So ever since we started in 2016, I've trained countless number of people that never paid.
And I think now our viewers, when they watch this, they feel your emotions. So this is like real, true. And you mentioned that like you needed to create some proofs, right, about level quality of your students.
Correct.
Do you have statistic? Because I think the best proof is like statistic. How many students after your training, become
employable,
employable or employees in some companies or start your own business. It's like, but they work in this industry.
Yeah.
Because I see in some educational things in different industries, which maybe now very popular. Like we spoke about some crypto, about some very popular things like trends, but people go in, they learn something but they never use this knowledge.
Correct.
So in your case, when people go into your training company, how you see, do you measure the statistic for?
We do measure. Feedback is very important to us, because if you're a business and you cannot measure your true value or your true essence, you don't know whether you're growing or you're not growing. So to us, it's very important. The success rate of our students, I'd say we have about a 97 to 98 success rate. Of most of the students who came through this, they are all employed. And even when you go on our Google reviews, we have, as I speak with you now, we have all 5-star reviews. And some of when you read through the Google reviews, people take their time to share what they learn. It's not just that
it's not like nice.
Just not nice. Yeah. Some of them it will take you 5 to 10. They describe. They include pictures. And they talk about their job. Some of them even do come back just to say thank you. Just last week, one student who went through our courses was successfully employed. And I was surprised to realize that he stopped by and he brought a cake to say thank you. And you guys have changed my life. You guys have given me a new passion. I've been employed just after 4 weeks of being with you. So I find passion and I find joy in that. So yes, our students' employment rate is very high.
This episode is sponsored by Lenvac, Canada's leader in third-party wholesale monitoring. Why Lenvac? They are 100% Canadian-owned, with 42 years of experience and over 500,000 customers monitored through 3 ULC-certified stations for unbeatable reliability. For installers and dealers, Lenvac offers 24/7 live support in English and French, plus a non-compete guarantee to keep your clients yours. They don't own subscriber accounts. For end users, that means top-tier security you can trust, backed by your installer's expertise. Family-owned and focused on great service for everyone. So, want the best in monitoring? Visit lenvac.com. Now, back to our interview. Oh, yeah, like I'm very happy that today I'm here and I'm listening this story of your business, because this is the core, it's business, right?
Yes.
Because it's you need to earn money, you need to pay salaries to keep your team, but at the same time you have like opportunity to help other people.
Correct.
Right? And this is I think in our modern day, it's really good that you can share through our channel, through this Pipl Systems podcast, to share with other people. That's why we spoke with you, and my question was about your all companies. Correct. Because I met in your office a lot of marketing guys.
Yes.
And I saw like about some information about your company in LinkedIn, in Facebook, in social media.
Correct.
And I was surprised. Like it's every day some new posts, some pictures with your students. So I see how you share what you do, and I think it's very important for our industry mostly, because it's very common, like 99% of companies in our industry, they're like silent, they don't share something insights, they don't show. And now we see this, I believe it is changing. And I think we need to show this, like this story, what you're saying. It's like, and more people will see this and make some like same. That's why I again appreciate the work of your marketing team.
Yes, if I have to say this, I'm also very proud of the team that I have in terms of marketing.
Yes.
Some of the feedback prior to us posting a lot on social media, and I got a lot of feedback from some students who managed to make it here. Oh, how long have you been doing this? And then I told them how long we've been doing this. How come I never heard about you? Instead I spent 2 years going through a traditional college, and I still cannot do nothing with the knowledge that I acquired there, with the certificate that I have, because I'm not employable, right? I don't have the hands-on technical skill. So I kept hearing this over and over again, and I thought, you know what, I have to change the way we do things. So I decided to invest in social media and invest in a marketing team. And I'm very proud of the team that I have. They treat this as their own business. This is family. Everyone who works here is family to us. Mm-hmm. I treat them the same way I treat myself. So they also go above and beyond to do it. So when they first came, I did hire one guy, and he's, I don't know if I'm allowed to say his name or not, but he's been very instrumental with all the things that are on social media, right? He came, he structured that, he took ownership of it and transformed what we do here in class. He gave it so much visibility in terms of our social media, and we've found great success. And this is how come you and I are talking today, because he's given us so much exposure.
Yeah, and because now because our business, we create content for other companies. Correct. And we start to work not with just manufacturers, we work more and more with installers, integrators. And when I see the companies which work like 30, 40 years in the industry, they have so lot of projects in the experience. They did so very complicated, they solve some real big problems in some projects. They can share this with others, with their colleagues, and even with potential future customers, because customers, they watch this. And when I'm talking with them, guys, why are you hiding this? Because it's real, it's your treasure.
Yes.
This is a real treasure of your company. It's like what you did in the past, what you're doing now.
Yeah.
And share with your customers, and even with colleagues on the market.
Yeah.
Because it's still some company, they think, oh, I don't want to share because someone will use this. I think it's more investment in your brand, in your future of your business when you share this. That's why I'm very happy that you do this by yourself and with your team. And I want to say that it's good example when you have few companies, but one department work for all businesses, and then even expenses less. So it's a good example when people have some few businesses, but they have some common departments. So this is like smart to use this, because how many marketing persons you have in your team?
So I think I have I have 4 full time, and I have 1 part time that come in, and and they're constantly creating stuff. And I believe that if you have a good leader who is directing them, that whole aspect of that department is successful. And I don't speak much about that. And they know what to do, from creating the content to putting the blogs together. And so I think I'm very privileged to have that opportunity here.
Yeah, it's great. And I have some few questions if we will return to training business, because it's about partners. Yeah, because maybe you said that you're looking for partners for some maybe integration companies, installation companies, which looking for technicians.
Correct.
But what about brands, about manufacturers? Because I told you before when we spoke, like 10 minutes, 30 minutes before this filming, when we met each other. So like my thoughts that like brands, manufacturers, they must be super interested in you and your company, and they need support you and maybe some similar companies, because you not just create like a professional security specialist, but you also use different products in your courses. And of course, like when people they learn something and they use one brand, even few brands, then when they become super professional, they will have they can make own choice with what products to work. Of course, they will use products which they used in your training company. So what brands you like cooperate?
So that was it's very important. And every time I think about this, it just takes me right to when we first started. When we first started, and I tried to pitch the idea to other organizations that listen, this is the security industry. We're all in the industry. We're lacking technicians. So I've established a training facility, but I need to use your products. Can I get demo products? But
like samples?
Yeah, like samples. But unfortunately, they all declined. Nobody. Because you're starting a business, and this is one of the very difficult aspects of you starting and trying to break through, right? But I believe in myself. I know my wife believes in me, and that's what matters to me. I believe in myself. My wife believes in me. We're focused. So we decided to refinance, take equity, and invest it into the business and the vision that we had. And there were 2 companies that comes to mind, and these were the ones who did support us. CDVI is one of them, and Hikvision. These are the 2 companies that,
they gave some products.
They gave some products. And to this day, CDVI has been an avid supporter of the Delmi Training Institute. So a few years later, after, when you start to get successful, everybody wants to jump on the back, on the train, the successful train. So I did reach out to a few other companies, and I told them I needed to purchase some products. So if I can get educational discount. But some of them were kind enough, to stop by, and they found value in what we were doing. I said, regardless, we're using your products. We're using that to train the next generation. And if the students are very comfortable with that product, that's going to be their go-to product. So they found value in it. The sales guys were like very enthusiastic, and they did come in here and they donated some amount of equipment to us that we could use in. But obviously, it's better than nothing, And I can mention their names. JCI, Johnson Control was one of them.
Yes, please, because if they really, and I trust you, I think all our viewers, I understand it's not like advertisement or promotions, because these guys already helped you.
Correct.
And they invested, like they gave like, it's not investment, they gave like samples, and like you're doing this value for them too. So please tell us their names.
So there's Martin from Titan Group. They are the reps for Cantech. So he brought in one of the sales managers from JCI, Johnson Controls, and they did come here. They told us they appreciate what we're doing in terms of putting their products and using their products in. So they did donate some of their newer access control panels to us. We reached out to RBH and Parminder, who was the original sales, national sales manager. He also gave us some very great discounts on their panels. So, and Wilson from CDVI has been a great advocate from day one. Like from day one, Wilson has been there for us. So thank you, Wilson. And, Tony Williams from Inaxis, they stopped here also.
Tony?
Yes, Tony Williams from Inaxis with One Campus.
Juan. Muhammad from Toronto.
Yes.
And because I know Inaxis very well, I worked there like 2 years ago. It's my first company like in security industry in Canada.
Yeah.
And when I just moved to Canada, and like it was my first place where I learned about Canadian market.
Yeah.
So I know how they like to support. They support me a lot.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Chin from Hikvision, she was also one of the very first. They gave us some amazing discounts, and because of the volume that we buy. And from, Camden, I want to thank the two guys, Thomas. Thomas, he's the product rep for Camden products, and also to the president of Camden. So Thomas did mention it to him, and he found value and the fact that we are using made in Canada products. So he was very generous, and he gave us some very amazing discounts to the products. And as you can see, like I did say, the experience that we put before the students is unmatched, it's unparalleled. So if we're doing our training, we need 12 of each product.
Yes.
So if I'm talking about a thermal camera, and students have to try their hands on a thermal camera, I need 12 of those thermal cameras for the students alone. I need one for the instructor, and I need one as a spare. So in case something happens to it, the experience is not hindered. Instead of that student trying to share with the next guy, we bring in the spare equipment, and between that, we try and get a replacement. So anytime we have to make purchases, we have to purchase at least 14 of each product.
Yeah, and then you want to give some choice. You want to show the difference between brands, between technologies.
Yes.
So you need for one product to have, for example, with 12 cameras or like 14 cameras with this brand, with such type of product, thermal, for example. And then like 14, 15 from other brand. And then of course, like if you invest your own money in this, yes, I think it's very expensive for you. That's why I want to say that thank you for all guys who already helped you,
correct,
supporting you. But I want to say that to other manufacturers, I know that like it's a lot of guys from different companies watching this podcast.
Yeah.
And guys, for you, I think it's like it's opportunity to support Delmi Training Institute,
yes,
right?
Delmi Training Institute.
So because I think it's opportunity to, it's like to maybe influence on your students through their good quality products, right? If they will have amazing experience here, then they will bring this experience to companies where they will work. So that's why even it's very logical. It's about business. It's not about charity. So I think manufacturers need fight for like who will first help you.
Yeah.
So and I see, it's empty walls. So it's a lot of space for some banners of some brands, right? So some like if it's real good products, why not?
Yeah.
So it's like I think you have a lot of opportunity in your business, and I wish to your business grow and maybe opened in other provinces, maybe in US, because this is something new and it must exist.
Right.
And I understand this for you it's hard to explain your idea to brands, to maybe other installers, it's the same. We do something similar in our niche. It's something new, and we explain what value we can bring to the market. Maybe one of the last my questions is like about educational part. So after course, what your students like? They receive like some certification or some from you, and what they do, how you help them.
So as part of the training program, we want to make sure that once students have acquired the technical skills here in class, we try to provide them with 2 weeks of on-field internship. So this on-field internship, it's very important to me, and especially to the students who do graduate from here, because not only do they have the opportunity to learn about all these amazing products here in class, but they take that knowledge and translate it in the field, whereby they can see real-world applications of these products that they've used. So we provide 2 weeks of students to be on the field. And we try and do this by partnering with our partners out there. So that
your own projects, right?
It's you know, my installation business is not too big to absorb 10 people, right? And I don't want no conflict of interest. I want to make sure that the students are the focus of their attention. So I want to make sure that the students work in diverse organizations, from cabling through CCTV, electronics and relays, companies like that. So once we graduate the students, they get a certificate upon completion, right? Certificate of achievement for each course that they do. So they get one for network cabling, there is going to be one for CCTV, one for electronics and relays, and the other one for access control. But not only that, we train them on working at heights, fall arrest, WMIS, and also the 4-step awareness when it comes to safety, and that's a Ministry of Labor requirement. So not only do we just do the technical training, but we provide them with the safety aspect of that. This way we can take them on the field, you know, because...
Yeah, of course, it's just on real project you can have this experience and understand
exactly. This. So they have that certification.
Okay.
Yeah.
And if we're talking about some documents, right? Because now we're in Toronto, in Ontario province. I know that in different provinces in Canada, it's different rules, right? About license. And again, we have a big audience of our channel in US.
Yeah.
So in states, it's like in every state is different rules the same, maybe even more, everything complicated, more regulation. So how you see your knowledge? So for example, it is good for enough for some guys from other provinces or even from states? Is it like, did you have some students from states, for example, from other provinces?
No, I've had students from other provinces here in Canada, but I haven't had students come from the US. But I understand that as you go along from province to province, there are different requirements when it comes to licensing and stuff like that. Here in Ontario, there is no regulation. I wouldn't say there's no regulation, there's no licensing for electronic security and low voltage applications. But I know it's very heavy in Montreal and in Quebec, where and other provinces where it's highly regulated, right? But what we do teach cuts across. Whether you're in Canada or you're in the US, the fundamental is the same. Because our neighbors down south, we share a lot in common with them. We use the same TIA standards. Things are slightly different when it comes to fire regulations, because even with fire, it changes from municipality to municipality, and federally it changes. So those are some of the things. But when you also look at some of the standards, some of the safety standards, when you look at the CSA standards and you look at the ANSI, the ANSI standards across, they're very similar. So what we train here in terms of electronics, network cabling, and security stuff, it cuts across. So the fundamental knowledge that students acquire when they enroll here at Delmi Training Institute, it's applicable across the spectrum.
Okay, because maybe I explain why I'm asking this, because now we're talking about educational part here in this room, in this office, and you're saying about projects where you can bring students, right, to have this practical knowledge. But what about, because now online educational, it's business, it's a huge, right? And we see every year this market is growing in every industry. So what about our industry? Imagine that, like, you don't need to open office in somewhere in New York or in Los Angeles. Maybe you can create some online courses, right? Understanding regulation, all this, some maybe small this difference in the like regulations. It's not about technical things. I understand the core of technical is the same brands, the same products, same solutions, where everything's similar. But do you see it's like potential, maybe if it's future for your business, for your company, it's to sell online, maybe worldwide? Because like it's even worldwide, it's very similar.
Yeah, and that's a very great question. This is something that we've been thinking about. We've been looking at ways of innovating. And like I said, we're not just focused on teaching, but we're focusing on bringing an experience regardless of whatever medium that we choose to. And the online platform is something that we've been actively looking and finding ways to do it. We've been actively looking for partners who also have some amount of strategy that we can incorporate and take the hands-on experience and do it online. You know, ever since COVID came, we've realized that a lot of things that we thought were not possible then were very possible. You know, life still went on, we still did everything that we had to do, but we found a way of doing it.
We changed mindset, and now it's very
exactly. So I believe strongly that there is a way we can do this online, and we are always looking at ways that we can do it. We have a strategy, and we have plans far advanced in trying to take this module online to reach the bigger audience.
Okay, great. I'm happy that you have already all these thoughts. What like I understand that you understand this industry like better than me. Just from side, we like when I see what great thing you already create and created, I see a huge potential in your business, because more and more companies saying, "Oh, we don't have technicians. We need technicians." It's like opportunity for your business to grow. So thank you for this podcast. I'm sure everything what you told us very interesting for our audience. It's like, guys, please support us in comments, ask some of your questions, and I think we will try to answer too together.
Yes, absolutely.
Right, and again, thank you for this story. It's like it's really like you know, it's inspire us, like to do maybe something similar in our businesses, even like it's like example, like to help other people. Okay.
All right. So I also want to before we wrap up, I just want to say a big thank you to my wife, because I know she's been very instrumental for trusting me and allowing me to spend the money. You know, and when we sit and I propose the ideas, even though sometimes she's very conservative, but I believe the most important thing is she believes in me. She trusts what I'm doing, and no matter how risky it is, she allows me to spend the money. So I want to say a big thank you to my wife, Emilia. Without her, I don't think we would have been able to achieve the scale of what we have done now. And also to the team members that I have. You know, I couldn't have done everything by myself. My instructors, Christian, Mirak, my social media team, Bajun, Pooja, CJ, MFA, all these people, they've done extremely well. Prince, Paminda, all these guys that are on my team. I'm so grateful to have had them and to have them as part of my team. So thank you to each and every one of them. And thank you to you for stopping by.
Great. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you, Roland.
All right. We'll see you on the next one.